Welcome back to my channel, Inspired by Cyndi, Pilates Down Under. Coming up next, I've got a mixed bag of goodies for you. We've got core work, hip mobility work. We're going to balance a little bit. There's going to be a few challenges, but I guarantee at the end, the reward will be the way you feel after you do this class. So I suggest you grab your mat, roll it out, and I'll see you down under. So let's not beat around the bush and let's get started. Take a couple of deep breaths in, pedal it out, loosen up the hips, bend the knees, really stretch out those toes. When you're ready, take a step at the end of the mat. I want you to pretend you're against a wall. Come up high on your tippy toes, extend your hands out in front, and I just want you to fold down, almost into a little squat. However you're balancing on your toes, you'll need this balance moving forward in the class. Try to lift those heels up a little bit more. And when you're ready, place your hands down on the mat and let's get ready for a spinal supported stretch. So place your hands on your shins, knees are tucked in. You're going to pull away from your thighs, creating that really nice opening of the shoulder blades. Remember, I'm not asking you to tuck in your chin completely, but it'd be nice to tuck in enough so you feel a nice stretch in your cervical, the back of your neck. Exhale as you come up, as you restack your spine, and inhale as you peel down. So it should be just your lower lumbar hitting the mat right now. As you peel up, looking at the horizon, you restack your spine as you peel down ever so slowly. You can keep doing this if you like, or join me with the next exercise. Either way, all we're doing is warming up the spine and introducing spinal articulation. You can join me for half a roll down. So I take my hands off my shins, I extend my arms right in front, lengthening my fingers as I peel down a little bit further. So the middle portion of my back hits the mat as I slowly peel up. So let's do this. I want you to feel every bone hit that mat as you slowly peel off every bone as you come up. Inhale as you come down, exhale as you come up. Really extend forward as you peel up. Eyes on the horizon. Now, shoulder blades don't touch the ground, but if you feel you can't control the descent, you can always place your hands behind your legs and hinge yourself up. So there's many variations of this. You'll find what best suits you. So peel down, really opening up the spine, and then come up nice and slowly. You can see here I'm getting a little tired, so I'm placing my hands underneath my thighs to help me pull up. Keep that going. You do as many as you feel comfortable in doing. Let's start focusing on engaging that core as you come down and as you come up. Okay, let's shake it out. Let's look left to right. Stretching out the neck, because I know some of us would have come up from our head, not our core. And that's just practice, right? Okay, let's go. Tabletop leg extensions. We've got about 3 sets of these, super fun. So peel down, shoulder blades are off the mat, place your hands behind your head, just cradling your head. Legs are in tabletop, which means that your knees and your hips are stacked, toes are pointed, as you lower one leg at a time. Not going to count you through this. You do as many as you want. You rest and reset whenever you need to. Now, I want your elbows out nice and wide. Be mindful of your belly. We want to draw that belly in. So if your belly starts to bulge, it just means you're using the wrong abdominal muscles, and that will only come with practice. So let's keep it steady. If your neck and your head get sore, please lower it down onto the mat. It will still be a beneficial exercise. So as you find your pace, your rhythm, make sure you come back to the starting point, which is your knees stacked onto your hips. Now extend the hands out in front and let's do some hundreds tabletop. Now seriously, when you think it's not going to get any worse, it will. So I need you to peel up a little bit. However, if your neck gets sore, golden rule, or if anything feels uncomfortable, you just stop. Rest, pick it up when you want. or when you're ready. But extend those arms, pull up a little bit more, point a little bit more, make sure your knees and hips are stacked in that perfect tabletop. You only have a few more of these. Support the head if you need to. Don't support the head or lower it down as you need. Okay, let's get ready for the second set of tabletop leg extensions. Now you should kind of already have your groove because you know what to expect. Peel up a little bit more if you can, but use that natural hinge to get you up, not your neck. Extend a little bit more. However, I don't need you touching the ground with that extended leg. Just come down as far as you feel comfortable. Just work on the hip mobility. Point more, lengthen more, peel up a little bit more if you can. You can stop and pause. You can rewind this video as much as you want. Get ready. We're back to tabletop 100s. Swoop those hands out by your side. Reach a little bit more. We don't ever count to 100. We only do what we can do. So reach it forward a little bit more if you can. Really open up those fingers and reach like you want to touch that ocean. Just give me a few more. Draw the belly. Really scoop the belly if you can. Okay, both hands behind last set, tabletop leg extensions. This time, reach a little bit more. You're probably going to fatigue a little. So you rest and you pick it up when you can. It's really rare that I do sets of anything, but I find we're still warming up. I really want to work on that hip mobility because what's coming up next is a massive surprise. You'll be surprised that you can do it, but we need to prep prior. Okay, keep it going. Peel up a little bit more if you can. Excellent. Last set of 100s after this, so hands go by your side. Peel as you slowly lower and lift your hands. So 100s is a whole lot of goodness. We're working on shoulder mobility, okay, as well as your breathing. So really exhale, really pump that exhale out. Draw the belly in, hinge it up. This exercise is fantastic in helping the blood circulate through your body. We love 100s. It's a great warm-up exercise. Now that we're warmed up, let's get to it. Both feet on the ground and let's go for bridges. Hands by your side, plant both feet on the mat. Knees are facing the ceiling as you slowly peel your lower back off the mat into that perfect diagonal and then lower it down. Now you know when you're at a good height is when you can still see your knees. If you've come up way too high, you're hyperextending the lower back, which is not so cool, and it blocks the vision of your knees. So I want to be able to see that perfect diagonal. At the same time, focus on the entire foot on that mat. So you're not pushing up from your toes, the balls of your feet, your heels. It's the entire foot. Now, the great thing about this exercise is if you're not a big fan of squats, which is me, there's no strain on my lower back nor my knees. So this is a great alternative to squats. But, however, we need to squeeze those glutes to the point they almost catch on fire. So get that diagonal going. Squeeze as you lift. Peel as you lift. Dig your feet into the mat. Lengthen the neck. And relax the arms. Super. Couldn't have done it better myself. Now let's add to this. Hold your bridge. Peel both hands on the ground. I'm going to start doing scissor arms. So I need you to hold that position. And when you're ready, lower one hand down past your thighs and the other one past your head. Shoulder mobility should be nice and smooth. Really lengthen. It's amazing how many people can't get their arms over their head. It's something we need to practice. Like we say, use it or lose it. And it's until you lose it that you appreciate that you ever had it. So squeeze more, push your heels down more. Don't lose that diagonal. And when you're ready, peel down. Now, this is fun. This always makes me feel good. Come up on your tippies, and I want you to peel up into that perfect diagonal and then peel down. So it's a high heel bridge. You'll feel a really nice stretch in your hip flexors, the front of the legs. Remember, you should be able to see your knees as you come up. Keep high on your tippies. It'll activate your calves. Squeeze as you come up and relax as you come down. Now, hold that position for me. Peel both hands on the mat, off the mat, sorry. Reach up to the ceiling and peel one leg off the mat. So check this out. You're balancing. So as you balance, you peel your shoulders off the mat, which means you're opening up your shoulder blades. Your neck is lengthened, so that's supporting you. You're high on your tippies, so it's the ultimate balance with one leg in a tabletop. Now, to challenge yourself, you can extend that leg up to the ceiling or the sky. Point, reach, lengthen. You'll find the higher up on your toes, the more you reach, the more you push off the mat, the more stable you'll be. Now, I want you to add some pulses. Only a few, nothing drastic. Awesome. Bring the leg down to the tabletop, both feet on the mat. Lower yourself down, heels on the mat, hands by your side. That's awesome. Did really well. Okay, we'll have to do that balance routine on the other side. So peel up, get up on your tippies, get that perfect diagonal. Here we go. Brace yourself, hands peel off the mat. Reach, reach, reach. The other leg slowly comes up into a tabletop. Now you can stop at the previous exercise, which is just on your tippies, hands peeled off. When you're comfortable, point up to the ceiling, keep it long, reach, point, and lift. Now add your pulses. I want to get that glute on fire. I want to burn those buns. So push up. If this is too much, don't do it. Stick to the basics. When you're ready, bend the leg back into tabletop. Lower that leg down. Hands come down. Peel down, heels come down. And we're back where we started. So let's reset. Give yourself a stretch. Well deserved. All those bridges with a surprise ultimate balance. So you did really well. We're still in bridge pose. So feet flat, hands over your head. So we already worked on shoulder mobility, so I know you can do this. So as your hands come by your thighs or by your side, you peel up. So extension, and then bring it down. Overhead, and then under. Push those feet into the mat, really squeeze those glutes. Now here we go, introducing coordination. Glute and arm coordinating at the same time to create stability. So I want you to keep that going. Squeeze a little bit more, reach a little bit more if you can. But your glutes are going to get a really nice workout today. So keep it steady. There is no rush. You work at your own pace. Try not to crawl up on your tippy toes. Don't let your heels lift. Just a few more. And I want you to hold that bridge. Hold it, squeeze, lengthen, push against the mat, and when you're ready, bring it down and reset. So whenever I say reset, you can stretch, you can basically do whatever you want to regroup and get ready for the next exercise. So here we go, flat abs, strong core, bring both your knees into your chest. We're going to start off with double leg extensions. Hands on thighs, on shins. Pull yourself up, shoulder blades off the mat, tuck your chin in. And extend and bring it back into that ball. Now you have options here. You can place your shoulders down on the mat. But what I'm after is a really tight tuck and a really nice extension. Your core is keeping you stable, so draw that belly button in, really scoop it as you extend overhead and tuck it back in. That's it. I know this is not easy, nor is it fun, but the fun will come. Just a few more, as many as you can. You can actually stop whenever you want. We're almost there. This time, I want you to hold that extension. Call this the banana. So hold the banana and then tuck it back in. Get ready for scissors. Scissor stretch is super nice. Now, extend both legs up to the ceiling. Get yourself sorted. Holding on to one leg as the other leg peels away. Hold that stretch and then take it over to the other side. Easy, hey? So you've already done a fair bit of warm up in the hip area. So this should be simple. Don't get too caught up with extending your leg dead straight. A slight bend is good. Now for a bit more of a challenge, you can peel yourself up, shoulder blades off the mat, and really try to get that head to the knees. Pull and lengthen. Should feel really good in the back of the legs, the hamstrings. Get rid of the rocking. We're not rocking. The head stays exactly where it is as you draw the knee and thighs as close to your face and your chest as possible. Great. Lower it down. Bring both legs up to the sky. Now I want you to wedge your legs open into a really nice V or a straddle. So feel that stretch in the inner thighs. Open it up, point. And this time I really want you to pull in. So grab onto something meaty and pull it in. Get that really nice stretch, and it almost feels like your lower lumbar is peeling off the mat. So pull it in a little bit more. We've only got a few of these. And then we get ready for the rotating straddle stretch. I can hear you gasping your voice. So we take it into a scissor stretch, which we did already. You're going to push that top leg away as you grab the bottom leg and stretch that leg. So we're taking it out to the side and then pulling it back in, creating somewhat like a circle or a half circle. The movement is slow. We need to be quite coordinated. It's the stretch here that we're after. Grab that leg and pull it in. And again. Okay, it's like you got the gist of this. Now peel your shoulder blades off the ground. Hold that scissor stretch. Now push it away and pick up the other leg. Now we're really incorporating some core stability here. This is where we do balance, movement, coordination, and strength all in one exercise. You may need to stop this and pause it and do it again, but you will get it. Just your mind-body connecting in this exercise is really satisfying. Really opening up the legs in that straddle, really opening up the hips, especially if you sit down a lot. Great exercise. Place your hands behind your head. This is the next level. Let's straddle, rotate, and go into a tabletop. So what happens here is you do air splits, rotate into your straddle, then go into a tabletop. Now you can continue with the previous exercise if you want. If you want something more challenging, this is where you're going. So we do a straddle, we rotate, we end up into scissors, and then we bring it back into tabletop. So we're really challenging the rotation of our hips. We're really challenging our core to keep us up. You can lower your head and place your hands underneath your bottom if you want to. But you really need to think about this. Keep it wide. Bring it back into tabletop. Air split. And you've done all these exercises prior to this one big combo. It's just that we're putting it all together. Okay, let's go back to scissor stretch. Hold on to that leg, bring it in. Shoulder blades are still off the mat. And let's switch. This time we're picking up the pace a fraction. So draw it in. You should feel a little bit looser in the hip area. It's a big socket, that hip socket, and it can move in 360 degrees. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. So we're going to stretch it, we're going to move it, we're going to lengthen it, and you're going to feel fantastic afterwards. Okay, let's reset. There was a fair bit to cop in the first 20 minutes of this workout, but we're on the home stretch. Single knee stretch. Pull one knee in and extend the other. Now, this is single knee stretch, which means that you need to pull that knee in as close to the chest as possible. Hold on to the shins, or even better, if you can place one hand under the knee and the other one at the ankle. That's where you get your best stretch. Pull your shoulders up if you want. Still about coordination, keeping it smooth. There shouldn't be any reason why there's any jagged movement. Okay, we've done enough warm-up hip exercises leading up to these, and it will only be with practice. So bring that knee in. Challenge yourself. Place your hands behind your head. Make sure there's a nice gap between your chin and your chest. Need you to lengthen, need you to pull that knee in. Draw the belly towards the mat, elbows are out. Take a good look at Australia Down Under. Okay. Let's take opposite knee to opposite elbow. Or you can continue with your single knee stretch. Now your spine needs to rotate. This is one thing that we don't do enough of. So I want you to twist, work those obliques. This is what gives us our really nice shape as well. And this is why I call this series Flat Abs, Strong Core. So twist more, bend more, lengthen more. Try not to pull up on your neck. Excellent. Now I want you to hold that stretch. I want you to twist. If you can, extend the arm out and bring the elbow to the outside of the knee and twist more. Get that really nice rotation of the spine. When you're ready, take it over to the other side. If you can, extend the arm out and use that to wedge and twist a little bit more. Great stuff. Now you can't say there isn't enough rest time in this class. Let's do something called knee tuck extension. So knees are tucked in. I'm really curling it in as close as I can, and then I extend. So the whole aim is to peel my lower back off the mat and peel it back down while I'm extending. Now it doesn't matter how far you can curl. Automatically you want to start using your hands. If you want, you can place your hands underneath your bottom to give it a bit more support. But we want to work the lower abs. That lower bit that just, it just stays there. It doesn't go anywhere. So we are going to work it, and we're going to work it till it is hurting. From here, I want you to keep those legs extended and just want you to cross the legs, left to right, right to left. Still working the lower abs here. Try not to hold your breath. And if you want to be really cool, you can bring it up and you can bring it back down. I find this a little bit easier because I have a rest when it comes up to the top. So point more, lengthen more. Lengthen the neck, anchor the shoulders, engage that core. Super. Okay, go back to your tuck extension. So what we're adding now is the curl. You'll extend and then you will lower. Or you can keep with the tuck that we did earlier. You can lose the extension. So curl it in, extend, and then lower. Now, if your abs aren't burning by now, I don't know what I could possibly do. But keep it smooth. And it's all low impact, so you can't really hurt yourself. The only thing you'll feel is a bit of maybe awkwardness because you've not done this exercise before, but I guarantee you after you've done a couple of these sessions, you will be a pro and you'll notice a huge difference in your body and your movement. Okay, we've done that. Now let's roll like a ball. We're pretty much wrapping up. So roll like a ball. Give your back a massage. Now, if you can, I want you to stand up or jump up or come up, however you like. So let's shake it out. Take a deep breath in. You did super, super well. Bit of a stretch, bit of a reset. You know, if you haven't subscribed yet, that would be awesome. And if you can leave a message, even better. So stretch it out as we say goodbye to Pilates Down Under.